Hey there, all you knife enthusiasts out there looking for the next, latest, and greatest sack. What sack will you get next? Haha, Swiss Army knife. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I just wanted to put out there's a channel that's recently started, El Phoenix. He has started this open tag. Show me your favorite Swiss Army knife. And he just recently started a channel. He has been around for a while. I've seen him on Happy Hour Live. I've seen him on RJ's Lives. I've seen him on Saturday Knife Live. He's been a part of this community for a while. If you do not know him, please press pause, go over, and subscribe to him. His link is in the description here. I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not a big Swiss Army knife fan, but that doesn't matter. Go subscribe to El Phoenix. Now, there's a lot of channels starting up that they've been in the community for a while. Pens and Pen Blades has been around for a while. I've seen him around forever, and he just started, so go sub to him also. He did a Monday's Mini recently. So I'm just getting blown away by all the new channels starting. It is very awesome. I remember when I first started, I was a nobody, 20 subs, didn't really think anything of it, just kind of did my thing. And it was the help of everybody in the community that would highlight and lift me up. And I'm almost at 800 subs now, and I have not even been going for a year. So very excited. Hopefully I can hit 1,000 subs by March or May. I think March 14th was my first short, and May 11th, my birthday, was my first kind of amateur video outside. So please check out some of these new channels. Another one, 865 EDC. Anyways, I'll try to highlight them in my community when I can. This is your favorite sack. So let's do this. I've had these for years, before I was even a knife collector. I mean, I think I got them for Christmas, got them for birthdays. I don't remember actually buying them, because I really wasn't a knife collector. But I lived on a sailboat, and a pocket knife's great. And what's interesting is, look at these two symbols. They're slightly different. And there's a reason behind that. Also, have you ever seen a sack Swiss Army knife without a toothpick or tweezers? I'm like, what are these cheap Chinese knockoffs? I mean, come on. What sack doesn't have some tweezers or a toothpick? So let's get into this one. Look at that can opener. Very different than this one. This has a small little flathead. And this works. I think I've used it when I was living on the sailboat. But this one, it's actually sharp. It's got an edge to it. Look at that. That's a can opener. And further looking into it, you got your bottle opener. It's got patent written there. Very interesting. This one actually still has a little edge. I need to strop it up. Maybe resharpen it. What's that? Wenger. It's a Wenger. Wenger sack. Yes. I wonder if this is worth anything, because the only sacks I know are Victorinox. But Wenger did make sacks. Sorry, I'll stop with the sacks. And I pull this one out. I'm like, this is dull as all hell. Well, that's because it's a nail file finger cleaner. So this is not a Tinker, though it does have the Phillips. And this all doesn't have the threading hole in it. I think I used to. It doesn't even have a sharp edge. It's just kind of like a leather punch. So I think that is what explains the different symbol here. This is a Victorinox. This is a Wenger. So getting to this, I don't know, maybe somebody can explain to me if they've ever had a Swiss Army knife without tweezers. Look at that blade, just messed up. Now, I didn't sit there and grind it. This thing is dull as all hell. I brought it in the house to sharpen it up. It is a Victorinox. I'm just, like I said, it's the Officer. I never knew that. Probably because the officers drink wine. You got the wine bottle opener. Now, to pick a favorite, if I was to have one, if I was a big wine drinker, I guess it would be this, because it has the wine bottle opener. None of my other ones do. This has the leather punch, but the edge is a little sharper. Like I said, I prefer... This doesn't have patent written on it. Did they steal it? I prefer that other can opener. It was sharp, and I've used this. But it is kind of nice to have a small flathead on your bottle opener. And then it's got a little pen blade. So this is similar to a Tinker, but not. It's an Officer. Super dull. I gotta sharpen these up. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm not a Swiss Army knife fan. They're boring. They're plain. They're like multi-tools to me. They come in these red plastic covers. And hell, these don't even come with toothpicks. So I got sick of that. And instead of sharpening these up, I was like, hey, look at Smoky Mountain has an exclusive. Ooh, it comes sharp. Victorinox. This is a Tinker. Great snap. And it has tweezers and a toothpick, like every real Swiss Army knife should. It's got the Phillips. It's got an all width for threading. You can put thread in there, and so when you punch through, it goes through. The same can opener. This bottle opener is cool. Bam! Goes a nice half stop. Great snap on that bottle opener. Maybe it's because it's a flathead too. They don't want it wiggling around. That's always good. It's the Happy Halloween edition from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I'm a big orange fan. Like I said, I'm not a Swiss Army knife fan, but I bought this, so I guess I am. I do like the black shield here. I picked this up. This is an SD Classic for my sweet pea. Valentine's Day. The Funky Chicken. Now, I didn't want to get her a knife. And she's like, you didn't give me a knife, did you? I'm like, no, you don't ever have to pull this blade out. Ha ha. You have a little mini screwdriver, a nail file. What else do you got here? Little scissors. You got some funky chickens. They had some cool ones. They had a gazelle, geese. They have some cool ones. This is Swiss Knife Shop exclusive, different than what you'll find at Smoky Mountain. But look, it has a toothpick and mini tweezers. This is not mine. I did want to show it. Then Michael, rasputinscastle, sent me this. It's a vintage Swiss Army knife. This is cool. Now the blade's not centered, but look at, no tweezers, no toothpick. It's just a single blade with synthetic handles. Get in there on that tank stamp. If anybody can tell me what year they think this is from, I don't know how to date it. Michael wasn't sure. He thought maybe the 50s. He said, reach out to Tobias. I did. Never heard anything back. Maybe Tobias hates Swiss Army knives. But you see, there's barely an edge grind on this side, and you flip it over, and there's no edge grind. I think this is like flat, and the edge is right here. So very interesting. This may be my favorite Swiss Army knife. Now, I know Swiss Army knives are tools. This is just a gardening knife, but I like it. It's just simple. It's very unique. It's not red plastic. It doesn't have tweezers, but it's just, You could take it out in the garden. You can use it. I've opened boxes with it. This is vintage piece. 50s, 60s, I don't know. So it's very hard to choose. I'd say this is my favorite vintage Swiss Army knife. I love the simplicity. And I love that it's just different than all these other ones. Thank you very much, Michael, Rasputinscastle. I love it. I'm keeping it forever. But if I had to pick a favorite in my collection, because, well, this is pretty badass. But it's not mine. It'd have to be this. I'm a big orange fan. I love Halloween. And this has everything I need besides a wine bottle opener. But I really don't drink wine that much. We did once on a sailboat, and we didn't have a wine bottle opener, and we used a screwdriver to open it, and splattered wine all over the ceiling, which was a big party foul. Listen to that snap. What a great knife. Very sharp. Now, Swiss Army knives, being a knife collector, I mean, you give them to people who aren't into knives, and they're a good, usable, non-intimidating knife. Or a Halloween present, or a Christmas present. I know they have all different ones. Easter, you know, they have these great fancy covers. Thank goodness, because this red is just completely boring to me. Just does not do anything for me. But it's a traditional sack. But being a knife collector, if I was to give somebody a knife, I probably wouldn't give them this. I'd give them some cool vintage slip joint. Which this works. I mean, these are good. Kind of have a Phillips on you sometime. A leather punch. A can opener. Bottle opener. And this has got a pen blade also. I guess I could pull it all out. You know, it's a cool knife. So, this is my favorite. It's orange. And it's a sack. So there you go. This open tag turned into more than just that. It turned into my Swiss Army knife collection. Thank you very much, El Phoenix, for this open tag. Greatly appreciated. You guys all have a great night.